out on the trail again. I'm out near Anacortes, Washington. I'm going to the Scott Milo Gallery, a pretty little gallery in this beautiful area. I'm dropping off 3 paintings for a Little Gems juried exhibition. I'll put the link to it in my description below, and we'll have a virtual gallery exhibition, and hopefully I'll do well. Hopefully my little paintings will do well and they'll get judged highly, and maybe I'll sell a few of them. But anyway, I took the opportunity to come up a little bit early. It's such a pretty area on the ocean here. Beautiful views in all directions. It's just a beautiful day here as well. Late May, sunny, partly cloudy. And I'm out at this little park. It's a small area with some cliffs and rugged trees, lots of beautiful views. I just have a short amount of time before I need to head to the gallery, so I'm going to try to find something that I can paint fairly quickly, take an hour or two and do a painting, have a bite to eat out here in this beautiful area, and pick some reference photos for some future paintings, and just enjoy the day. As always, thank you for joining me. If you like these videos, please like and subscribe. Beautiful old trees here, all warped and rubbed raw by the wind. It's lovely. Got this moss and lichen growing on these boulders. Lots of places to sit and think, meditate, have a cup of coffee, have a bite to eat. Beautiful view. I bet on a little clearer day you could see Mount Baker across there somewhere. It's kind of socked in across there. Maybe there. That might be the tip of Mount Baker peeking out. Maybe it'll become a little clearer as the day goes on and I can include it in my painting, or at least take a few reference photos. It's just vibrant, beautiful colors in every direction. Reds and khaki greens, bright, vibrant spring greens. Makes you feel good to be out in this sunlight and in the breeze. Beautiful world we live in. That might be a good subject there. Those trees with their bendy trunks and the different colors in the foliage, some blossoming going on, or those older gray trunks there. I'm going to keep walking a little bit, see what I can find. I also really like the way this cliff just drops off over that clear green water. I'm not sure how I would make a good composition out of that. It sure would be an interesting viewpoint though. This is nice too. Kind of a diagonal composition with that gnarly old tree in front of the bluish water in the distance. That could be a good painting as well. Too much to choose from. I need to keep the sun in mind as well. It's going to travel across the sky kind of behind my back from this vantage. I don't want to be looking into the sun when I'm done. Looking away from it, or like crossing my path is fine, but I just don't want to end up looking into it. It'll close down my pupils and make it harder to see color. This is getting a little steep and muddy, so I'm going to put the camera down for a minute. Kind of like a scene out of Lord of the Rings here. after walking around a bit and having a really nice close encounter with a deer and her fawn, I've found a spot. It's going to be kind of difficult, not a lot of place to stand, but a beautiful view. Got a view of the Sound and the islands off in the distance, and maybe Mount Baker will make a showing before I leave. I have about an hour and a half, so I'm going to keep it small. I'm going to go with an 8x10. Let me show you the view. I want the focal point to be this craggy rock face with the flowers blooming on it. I may play with the composition a bit to get that line of trees behind that craggy rock face. I really like the gnarly, twisty trunks of those trees and the bright green foliage. All the different shades of green, yellow, some red coming through in the rocks and the moss. Just a lovely scene to try to paint. I really need to simplify it though, so that's going to be the challenge. If I could get the distant hills, the blue of the water, that line of trees, the rock face, all of that in one painting, that would be fantastic. But I think with the time I have, I may have to focus. So I'll get set up and play with the composition a bit on my iPhone and then get started. Alright, a quick rundown on my setup. I've got my Plein Pro easel, lightweight, mostly plastic construction, but pretty durable so far. Nice slick U8000 tripod that it comes with. I got this little adapter arm to hold my iPhone. It helps with compositions. I can crop the composition where I want it and put some 1/3 lines on the picture easily and then transfer it to the panel really quickly. Got an 8x10 panel. Got titanium white, cerulean blue, cobalt blue, ultramarine blue, sap green, burnt umber, burnt sienna, alizarin crimson permanent, cad red, cad yellow light. Kind of my typical colors. Got a little bit of turpentine here to start with. Some people having fun out there. I'll switch to Gamsol here after I do the initial scrub in. So like usual, I'm going to scrub in the general colors quickly with a dilute turpentine wash. And then I think today I'm going to try doing the drawing with a brush into the wash with some of the burnt sienna because I'm seeing a lot of that in the landscape and I want to move quickly. So I'm going to keep this one pretty sketchy. I'm not going to develop the painting too far because I just don't have enough time to go too far on it. Just get the composition down, get the feel and the colors, the main colors, what kind of struck me, which is that inclined rocky face, that pretty rugged pink flower bush, and the just gorgeous background, islands and ocean and sky with clouds. So it's a lot to capture, so I'm going to be really sketchy about it. Just get the sketch in and the general idea in and enjoy it. well, I got finished. It was a quick one today. Didn't have a whole lot of time, but I had a very nice time out here. I was able to eat my lunch and take in the view. Lovely to get out here in the spring in this beautiful location near Anacortes. I really recommend it. Well, let me show you the painting. Here's the painting. Really rough sketch, really. Just a little bit of a study of this area. Tried to capture the colors. I didn't even get to this little flowering bush. I just didn't have enough time. That's okay. I got some pictures, and I may or may not add it to the painting later. But I got the nice sweep of the rock face and the distant trees with their reddish trunks, that distant grayish brown hill, purple mountains in the background, and then the pretty cloudy sky. The sky didn't clear up enough for me to find Mount Baker, so I'll definitely be coming back to this area. There's just so much to paint. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, please leave a comment below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you out on the trail.